The music you're listening to is The Parade of the Wooden Soldier, written by Leon Jessel. And 100 years ago, in 1922, The Parade of the Wooden Soldier went to number one for 13 weeks in Billboard USA. You'll hear it to this day if you go to Radio City at Christmas time. 100 years later, my husband is digging in the dirt in our hometown of Loutraki. Here it is, Loutraki. It's pretty, right? This is what it looked like 100 years ago. A lot smaller. And from the sea, it kind of looked like this. Looks even smaller. Back then we had a Prime Minister, Eleftherios Venizelos, who we named our airport after. We also finally got rid of the king, Constantine I. Back in 1922 is also, unfortunately, when the genocide at Smyrna happened. When all the Armenians and Greeks were pressed up against the city, their city set on fire, and the people had a choice. You either swam for your life or died. That's remembered to this day. In the UK, we had the Prime Minister David Lloyd George, who negotiated the Irish Free State for the first time and saw Britain through World War I. In the United States, William Harding, president, tried to get a law through Congress that banned lynching. In Texas alone that year, 22 names are on record of people who had been lynched. Say their names. Freud in Vienna was calling for free clinics, free. And Magnus Hirschfeld in Berlin during the Weimar Republic had set up the first ever in the world Institute for Sexual Science, helping treat venereal disease, abuse of women, and calling for the freedom of homosexuals for the first time in human history that we know. Brings us back to the dirt in Loutraki this morning. Turns out Tim found a turtle. Turns out that turtle is 100 years old. And it turns out that that turtle saw all of these events and is now free. That turtle had been trapped in that garden. I loved Tim. I loved him a lot. He even found one of the little babies. And the reason I love him is because he knows what's right. And he does something about it.